Namaste. In the previous class, we have studied the relation between ethics and the economics. Now, today, let us study the relation between ethics and the law. You know that ethics, in terms of issues, it is a right and wrong. So, it says always it focuses on whether the things what we are doing or what we are following is right or wrong. But law is about it is issue of right and wrong. Ethics often represents a standard that exceeds the legal minimum. It is law is restricted compared to ethics. Only some of the ethics only included in the law, not whatever they are in the ethics. Whatever it says, right and wrong, all are not included in the law. Only few are included in the uh, law. So then question comes whether ethics is distinct from the law. Surely, the law is also about issue of right and wrong. This is true, but there is considerable overlap between ethics and the law. Here you can see overlap is there. Consider ethics and the law. Just you can, if you see the pictures, they are intersecting at one point. That intersected point is overlapping. Well, only what how much is covered in the ethics and how much is covered in the law, which are very much ethical in nature. Only little it is. Just you can intersecting part you can see that is what here is ethics and the law. Overlapping figure only you have to concentrate. Okay, only little it includes, not everything. Whatever is there, all ethics, they are all not law. You can say like that. So then, whether business ethics is in any way distinct from the law, the question comes. Business ethics is it distinct from the law? Yes. The law is a institutionalization or codification of ethics. Only codification or institutionalization or codification of ethics into specific. Their ethics are they are not only sentences or only not said one. They are to be codified. Ethics which are to be made law, they are to be codified or institutionalized into specific social rules, then regulations, and then they are to be made prescriptions. Then only they become law. So social rules, you know, this here in our day-to-day life, so many rules, regulations are there. They're all governed by the law. Such ethics only will become the law. All ethics will not become the law. Only few ethics which are made social rules or regulations or they are made prescriptions, they only become the law. All the ethics are not law. They are not equivalent also. Some ethics are equivalent, means confusing. The best way of thinking about the ethics and the law is in terms of two intersecting domains. In the previous you have seen, the law might be said to be a definition of the minimum acceptable standard of behavior. Only minimum acceptable standard of behavior or ethics become the law. All will not become the law. Many morally contestable issues, whether in business or elsewhere, are not explicitly covered by the law. So many moral contestable issues are there. Maybe it is for the business or for anything else. They all don't become the law. For example, take there is no law preventing any person from being unfaithful to his or her girlfriend or boyfriend. Remember, there is no law If you see, if any lover, take for example, Mr. XYZ is a girlfriend of Mr. AB, no, sorry, XYZ is a girlfriend of ABC. If ABC cheated his girlfriend XYZ, or he becomes unfaithful to her, then there is no law. Somewhere here, unfaithful, because there for that there is no specific kind of protection. So there is no law in many countries, even in business also, for business also. In many businesses are testing their products on animals. Many businesses are, you know that not only businesses, in medical and all this, first they test on the animals. Animals also like us only, you know. We are human beings, we are living things. At the same time, animals also living things. Ethics says it is not fair to test on the animals, but all the businesses, even medical industries and all this, first they test on the animals. This is not ethical, but there is no rule, no law for the protection of animals. Even if now you can you are being experienced now. So many COVID vaccines have just emerged, but after testing on the animals, at that time they failed. They first test on the animals. Then in that test, if they become successful, then they give that to, or they give that medicine to the human beings. Means testing on animals. Even though we are also human beings and animals also living things, both are living things. Then also so many company business test on the animals. It's not ethical, unethical it is. But law does not say anything about this. And so many people sell their lands to unwanted things, to build the bars and all this, to build the so many unwanted things, unwanted buildings. The law does not say anything. But if it is unethical, if it is ethical, if you speak about ethics, selling selling lands for such activities is prohibited, not fair. It is unethical, right? So many things are there. Then even there no company prevents, no business prevents employees joining to any union. Employees union are there, managers union, workers union. So many unions are there. Being employee of a particular business or particular organization, it is not fair to join as per the ethics. Not fair to join any union, but no law prevents it. Like this, so, what we can say is there are so many difference of opinions are there, difference of issues are there. So, we cannot say that ethics and law are one the same. Only some ethical parts are being included in the law. They have become legal one. So, we cannot. It is not possible to think of issues that are covered by the law, but which are not really about ethics. For example, you take so many things which are not ethical, they are covered in the law. Understand? For example, you take law prescribes whether we should drive on the right or the left side of the road. The law only says no. It's not ethical at all. You should drive on the left side or right side of the road. It is not ethical, but it is a law, legal one. But it may prevent. It prevents obviously cause on the roads. The decision is about which side we should drive on is not an ethical decision, but it is a legal one. In one sense, here, business ethics can be said to begin where the law ends. Where the law ends, there business ethics starts. Where the law ends, there business ethics starts. Business ethics is, you know, that primarily concerned with the issues not covered by the law, which are not covered by the law. They only just they consider, or where there is no definite consensus on whether something is right or wrong. If there is, then only here business, in such a cases only we can apply the business ethics. If already it is well defined in the law, which is right or wrong, then no need of applying business ethics. So we are discussion about the ethics of particular business practice may eventually lead to legislation once some kind of consensus is reached. But for most of the issues of interest to business ethics, the law typically does not currently provide guidance. So, for this reason, it is often said that business ethics is about the gray areas. Business ethics is about the gray areas. So you can see the picture. Business ethics are very here about the gray areas. One side, just see the picture. Here ethics in one circle and law in another circle. Law and ethics intersect here. The intersecting part is called gray area. This gray area, it is a business ethics. This business ethics is values are in conflict. Values are in conflict means they are to be applied some law. Conflict issues these are. So they are also called ethical dilemma. So sir here, so in so many businesses face such situations. So we have seen many times the problem of trying to make decision in the gray areas of business ethics or where values may be in conflict means that many of the questions based are confusing. There simply may not be a definite right answer to many business ethic problems. And so for that case, with issues such as the animal testing of product, executive pay, uh, then pervasive sales techniques or child labor, business ethics problems tend to very controversial and open to widely different points of view. All this comes under the gray area. These ethics, these are not there in the law. It is not there in the law at this still today. But it's an ethical dilemma. It's gray as is. Law can be made, but take for example animal testing of products. So many animal lovers they are against this and executive pay pervasive sales techniques. So many sales techniques people use. Even you have seen so many advertisements and all this. After applying one cream, immediately they become very fair. Then it is pervasive sales technique. So it makes you to buy. Instinct it creates. About that, there is no law does not restrict it. Child labor, child labor. Even nowadays, it has come. It has made law. Below 14 years, children are not allowed to work. And so many controversial problems and all these are there. They come in the gray area. Okay. So in this that's why what we can say is business ethics is not exactly what it is. It is not like any other subjects like accounting, financing, or finance, engineering, or business law. These are the specific processes and facts in order to make objectively correct decision, to make take the correct decision, or to make us responsible. Ethics are there. These are not exactly because here ethics always whenever we do some new activity, again the there is an existence of or emergence of new ethics. Always it will be. If there no activity is there, no ethics will come. If you how much you are going to increase the activities, then a question of ethics come. If you start the business, you should have ethic, you should be responsible towards the responsible to the society, to the employees, to the great facilitators. All these you are responsible. This is your ethics, and moreover you have to protect the environment also. So to follow the ethics like this. So business ethics would help you. It help us to make better decision, or it helps us to take better decision. But it is it does not help us to take right decision. We can take the better decision by using ethics, business ethics, but right decision so many times we cannot take. Take for example, now COVID vaccines are being invented. We cannot say that according to ethics we cannot test on the animals, or scientists should not test on the animals, the introducer or just a new vaccine and all this, because welfare of whole human society comes there. If it is not tested on the animals which are similar organs like us, or conductivity of activities like us, if it's because we don't consider animal life is as important as our life. So that's why we can take better decision, but we cannot take right decision using ethics. So this is the how ethics and law are different. They are not one and the same, but some ethics are ethics have become rule, ethics have become law, and some ethical norms are introduced in the form of specific rules, regulations, and procedures, prescriptions, but not all. And at the same time, all ethics, remember, all ethics cannot be cannot be made law, because some here, but human, we have to see the welfare of the human beings. It is not mine. Welfare of the human being. So all ethics cannot be here transformed into law. So there is a difference. Okay. With this, we conclude this. Thank you. Thank you. We'll see you in the next class.